Let's see. Can anybody hear me in this thing? Highly unlikely. I'm not in a chat. Oh, it does work. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to do the Misfits race. 12 drivers getting ready to make 5 spots into the actual Xfinity Series race. Your pole sitter here was the Eternal Rest, but going to try to get up front with our race leaders. Again, only 5 of these 12 drivers are going to make it. Sports Legend trying to advance after being one of the fast guys from last season. Turn number 20, followed by RKM, Sports Legend, and Batman Pew Pew. That is 4 of the 5. I don't really know who all these numbers are, so bear with me for just a minute. Sorry about that. I tried to do the best I can, but lack of talent here. Turnover King leading the way. RKM probably not going to push the issue because, well, he's in a qualifying spot. It would be silly to do so. G-Prix in the 61 battling with the 21 car, who is James Snow. This is for your final transfer position. G-Prix right now in that number 61 Toyota has the position, and he is trying to make his way into this race. G-Prix, last week's Xfinity Series race winner after saving some fuel at Atlanta. However, he's not top 12 in points, even though he got that W. So because of that, he's here in this race here tonight. Number 44 now, that Storm Army was talking about how he's going to have to race his little tail off to try to make his way into the race. He's now on the back bumper of that number 61 of G-Prix. Batman Pew Pew up there. And the number 92 has lost the draft of the top 3 cars. Therefore, he might be under fire by these drivers sitting in 5th and 6th. Storm Army now to the inside of G-Prix. I don't know the lap count, unfortunately. Whenever the cars start slowing down, that's because the race is over. Storm Army to the inside. Auto Club, one of those tracks that's all about momentum. He dives it in deep, but will the 61 get a runoff? No, the 61 is going to go for the crossover. He decides better, and he's going to follow the 44, try to get a run as they get ready to go into turns 1 and 2. Another lap down here at Auto Club Speedway. 61 of G-Prix has decided to go to the inside. He gets to the inside of the 44. Almost contact, but they avoid each other. He's going to get the run off 44 to the high side. That is Storm Army 57. Battling up front is heating up. All 4 drivers up there, RKM, Turnover King, Sports Legend, and Batman, they are side by side, 2 rows deep, as that's important racing. But if I'm them, I don't want to make a mistake. Any contact, any damage with the wall could cost you a chance at qualifying. And then this battle for 5th would lock both G-Prix and the 44 Storm Army into that position. Looks like they're still under speed here. Storm Army in the 44 has now gotten by G-Prix and is pulling away a little bit. I like what the 61's doing. He's arching it in really wide, getting down to the apex of the corner at that white line, and then able to exit back off wide. And you're going to see what a run that number 61 of G-Prix gets. He's going to carry the momentum. 44, you enter in a little too low, and it's going to cost you some time on the straightaway, a little bit of that run. It's all about the exit speed at these big super speedway style races. Right now, the battle for the lead has changed. RKM, the Canadian, the old Canadian, is in the lead in that number 98 Ford, but that 20 DEX Toyota of Turnover King does not place from the 7 of Sports Legend. Sports Legend, again, if I'm you, I'm not pushing the issue. There's no reason to at this point in time. You're in a qualifying spot. Until you see this 44 Storm Army and the 61 of G-Prix catch up, there's no reason to push it real hard. Give me just a second. Gonna let the guys know that I'm broadcasting. Wasn't asked to do this, just felt like doing it because I'm one of the drivers in the main race later on. Storm Army starting to get a little gap over that 61 machine. Let's go ahead and give everybody a little bit of airtime. Don't know who Newborn Syntax is, but he's sitting back here in the back in that number 15. Nick Champ, 66, Sports Legend running in P4 again. All he's going to do at this point in time is stay on the back bumper of that 92 of Batman. Hopefully for his sake here this season, Batman not doing the best on internet connection, but he's at home now, not in Connecticut. So because because that hopefully he doesn't lag backwards and cost the 7. The 21 of James Snow, one of the faster drivers here tonight, has backed out. G-Pre, we talked about, sitting here running in 6th. Daska in the 11th, Eternal Rest in the 90, back to the 20 car of Turnover King running P2, and that's your run through the field as the 98 of RKM, still your race leader. But the battle to be watched throughout this race is going to be this one right here, as the 44 starting to pull away now on that 61 of G-Pre. G-Pre is going to keep driving it in really deep. Another note to mention, turn 1 and 2, as you see them going through it, G-Pre got all the way down to that white line. If you stay below that white line for too long, it will spin your car out. Now in 3 and 4, it has a little bit more play. You can get down there, kind of be on the gas a little bit more and be able to hold it. And there's no out of bounds at a track like Auto Club. There is no double yellow line down here, so there is technically no out of bounds. However, if you're mowing the grass that far low, you're probably going to slow down. But I am seeing a lot of cars now starting to back up to this 44, unless that was the race, and it is not. These guys are still underpowered, but he is catching the 7 of Sports Legend. Is the 7 starting to lose handling, or is this 44 just that fast? Storm Army, one of the drivers to watch here tonight. G-Pre hoping he can catch up as well. All it takes, we're going to have a 5-car battle for our race lead up here, and all it takes is one mistake and G-Pre makes the race, and none of these guys do, or one of these guys are out. 98 RKM, he's running a little bit higher than Turnover. Turnover tries to get the run. Here he goes. He's going to use the draft. Batman Pew Pew right there on his bumper. This is P1, P2, P3, and I believe that was the race, as RKM, Turnover King, Batman Pew Pew, Sports Legend, and Storm Army will be your drivers qualifying for the big Xfinity race coming up here in approximately 12 minutes. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It should be a good, exciting race. RKM did one heck of a job. Turnover King, Batman Pew Pew, Sports Legend, Storm Army. Great run. Big honorable mentions, though, to the 61 of G-Pre, last week's Xfinity Series winner. But he won't be in the race tonight because of that fact alone. I'm going to say that he's not going to go back-to-back. It's really hard to win 2 races in a row when you're not in both of them. But G-Pre, always a force to be reckoned with out there on the track. Daska, unfortunately, unable to qualify. Eternal Rest does not make it. Newborn, don't really know much about him, but he didn't make it, neither did Nick. All in all, good racing. These guys were giving each other room. It was pretty good racing, and for the 5 cars that advanced, this is actually bittersweet. So now you've advanced, you've been able to see what your car does according to the slider that you picked, and you may make changes entering the big race. So really good advantage for those drivers, as we're going to see that Sports Legend up here with the fast lap, of a 40.140. So good lap time there for Sports Legend. RKM, Turnover King, Batman Pew Pew, and Storm Army, the top 5 drivers to advance, are also the fastest 5 drivers in the race. So expect to see those guys do well. I'm going to be ending this stream. It was short-lived, but here in about 10 minutes you will be seeing the Xfinity Series go live. I won't be broadcasting that one, as I'll be racing, but it will be streamed. You will be getting to see my POV, personal in-race coverage of that race. So tune in here in about 10 minutes. And this has been your Misfits Racing League Xfinity Series Dash. Thank you.